Hello and a very, very good evening to you. Welcome to the Business Plus. I am your host, Rachel Kahugu. Today, we come to you from Nakuru City in a small town called Ngata. And we are in a very renowned bakehouse. This bakehouse is very unique because the baker didn't just start as a baker. She is also an artist that makes this bakehouse very, very unique. And that's not all. This bakehouse was born from a daycare. So come with me as we learn more about bakery, because business is more than meets the eye. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome to the Business Plus.
Thank you so much.
And we're very happy to have you.
Happy to have you too.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Joanne, fondly known in the baking world as Jojo Lydia. I'm the cake artist at Little Hands Bakehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why the name Little Hands Bakehouse?
Can say coincidentally, because Little Hands, we started off as a daycare where we had so many kids. The daycare was very beautiful. So from the daycare, we had parents who wanted to have birthday parties at the daycare.
All right.
So, and because it was very beautiful. So finding how it was in, let's say in a week, we could get 4 to 5 cakes.
In a week?
Yes.
So that means you'd bake for like 5 days in a week?
At that time, we were not baking. These parents were bringing the cakes from outside to celebrate the birthdays of their kids at the daycare.
Okay.
So for me, I saw as a business opportunity. Because if these parents can give me their kids to take care of them, they can as well give me the cakes to bake for them.
Yeah.
So that's how we branched to the cake side of it from the daycare.
All right.
But having the knowledge of baking from far when I was a little baby, so I started to rekindle the baking and all that. That's why I went to school.
Right.
So it was
you
very
started baking from a very young age?
Yes, when I was 9 years old.
All right.
I was introduced into baking by my elder sister. At that time, she was a student in high school and she was doing home science. So when she used to bring her projects back home, everybody in our family can bake.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's when you started the baking industry now?
At that time at the daycare.
At the daycare?
Yes.
And now, hapo kwa daycare, ulikuwa unapika birthday cakes.
Yes.
And as you can see hapa, these are wedding cakes. I don't think inaweza kuwa a birthday cake, right? These are wedding cakes.
Yes.
How did you move from the birthday cake to the wedding cakes?
Okay. I can say for my love in kids, I love kids. Especially since I got my daughter.
Yeah.
The fondness of the kids was just there.
Right.
So for me, birthdays was everything to kids and all that. I wanted to make the themed birthday cakes because the cakes that we used to receive them there, I could see I want to do more. I wanted to do more.
It didn't have the creativity.
Yes, I was looking for the theme. This kid, because I've stayed with the kids, we ran the daycare for 2.5 years. So I could tell what the kids like, each and every kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I get the birthday for this kid, I know what I'm going to give to make him or her wow.
All right.
So for me, I wanted just to do the birthday cakes. And I did the birthday cakes. I never even knew wedding would come. But just like that, clients could see these birthday cakes. And like, if you can do this, even the weddings you can do.
You can do it.
Yes.
All right. So apart from cakes, is there anything else you bake?
For us, we are strictly on cakes.
All right.
That is the line. We are so niched down to cakes.
Okay.
Yes.
So 2 years ago, around 2 years ago,
Yeah.
there is an award you won.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I was the first runners-up at Samantha's wedding cakes award.
So it was an award for wedding cakes?
Yes, for wedding. It was a wedding cake challenge. And as we know, Samantha Bridal have the shows every year for all the brides and each and every suppliers and vendors for the weddings.
Right.
So for the first time, they brought the cake as a competition. And 2 years back, I was very young in the industry. I was barely 2 years. So I was I was only 2 years because now we are 4 years.
Yeah.
So having to go for an award, I was like, I'm not ready because there are so many giants in the industry. So I knew I need more time for me to join the award at some point. So I received a call from the judges because they were told to call on the bakers whom they think they can do that job according to the category that they gave. It was classic elegant.
So they called you and you're only 2 years old in
Yes.
the business.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
All right, so we have seen how the bakery has grown and now you're making very beautiful cakes.
Thank you.
For someone who would want to start such a business, or someone who would want to start baking, what do I need? What's the capital to start baking?
What I will say first, baking is very dynamic, depending with what you want to do. And then we have lots and lots of niche. We have someone who just does maybe banana breads only.
All right.
So with the banana bread, the variation with chocolates, with what. So if you decide you want to go with the cakes, we have gluten-free cakes, we have healthy cakes.
So there are different types of cakes.
The niche is
what
very big.
You want.
Yes. Depending with what you want in your specialty, according maybe to your strength.
So the capital is not equal to everyone?
No, it's not equal to everyone.
All right. And now being a baker, tunaona the way these cakes are beautiful.
Yes.
And for example, now that you have these on stage, are they real flowers, or you just made them out of the sugars?
This is one of my specialty, I can say. I was trained very well. I was trained with renowned bakers. I was trained with abroad bakers.
All right.
Because I've been doing the training outside. So it's something that sells us most, the sugar flowers. These are sugar flowers.
Sugar flowers.
Yes, they are edible. And because of the craft, it takes a lot of time to make them.
All right.
And that's the uniqueness of what we have. So when you come to having a cake from us, you're sure of the beauty, where you won't find maybe so many people doing this kind of job.
So that takes us to the next question. For this bakehouse, now that you have a lot of people who are baking right now, what makes this unique apart from the flowers?
Something else, I'm a born artist. I always say I'm a born artist, but I'm a trained scientist. I'm a biology chemistry teacher by profession. But an art, we are just family that is born in art. We draw a lot. So, with an artistic eye, an artist always has a third eye. And that's what makes us different. The attention to detail.
Even the attention to detail.
Right. That's what brings us apart. By the time you see a mistake on our cakes, you won't even find, because you already found it. Yeah, because of that special eye of an art. So attention to details, and you can see with the attention to details, you can also see on the cake, like no mistakes, no what. It's not that there's never mistake. It's just that we curate the mistake to remove them even before it gets to the client.
So you make sure you're looking at every detail on the cake before you let it go.
Very true.
All right. And are there any official documents that I need to start a bakery?
Yes. But if you're a home baker, because nobody will come to your place to see what you're doing and all that, mostly the important one is the food handlers. That one we do it every 6 months. It's important so that you also, when you know your health, because it's 6 months, when you know your health, you're even safe with your clients because of the transmittable diseases. Because when you're doing the 6 month, the food handling certificate, when you're doing the test, when you have anything in your specimen, at least they tell you the medicine to do and all that. You can take some time off without baking even for a week as you're treating that, so that you're not transmitting to your clients. But that's the biggest thing that not many bakers have. And it's very cheap, and it's only 6 months.
Oh, so you have to do it after every 6 months just to make sure you're safe.
Yes.
I also know and understand that you guys are certified by KEBS.
Yes.
Is that important?
So for us, looking at the broader picture, we are not only a business name as Little Hands Bakehouse, we are a private limited company. We registered the business. It's a private limited company. We are certified by KEBS because for you to be certified by KEBS, someone who has gone through that, they know what it means. So all our cakes are tested. Even the flowers that we do, we took them for the test. For the labs, they did all that. We have the certificates. So we are very sure what you're giving you is certified. And you see the beauty about that also, we pay our taxes. Yes. So we are compliant.
All right.
Yes.
For one to get certified by KEBS, what exactly do they need and how much does it cost?
Okay. First, Even if you're a home baker, it's not outright you're going to be certified by KEBS. Because first, they don't want your bakery to be attached to the house.
Oh,
yes.
All right.
So the bakery has to be separate from your house, separate from where you're sleeping. That's why you find many bakers missing out of that. For us, our bakery is outside the house.
All right.
So because they have to come and check and certify everything is okay, you have an external toilet, not the one that you're using in the house. They say the floor has to be tiled, the walls has to be clean.
Just to make sure the customer is secure.
Yes, even you must have a sink in the bakery aside from your house.
All right.
So if you don't have that, you miss that one from them.
Okay.
Yes.
You've also mentioned that you went to study abroad.
Yes.
Is that necessary for everyone who wants to bake, or there's an easier way?
Okay, it's not necessary, but also back to the question, what makes you unique? Even for the studies abroad, there are some techniques you can't find them, not unless you've come to Little Hands Bakehouse, you can't receive them because you were trained abroad for them. So that's what makes us unique, even the designs and all that. So, but it's also very expensive to get trained abroad. But you don't have to do it for you to be in the industry.
So you can just come to people like you and get trained.
So for us, now that we are trained outside with this, we are
you
here
to train us here.
We can now train them here.
All right.
Yes.
So you've seen that it's not that hard to have a bakery and such beautiful products. Who wouldn't want to taste such a cake? So make sure you follow this, and if you have an interest, start your own bakery. Very easy. So Lydia, just give us a 5-minute tip to someone out there who wants to start a bakery.
If you want to start a baking business, you can as well start from home and at home. The advantage is because most of the ingredients and the equipment that we use them in baking, they're readily available at home. So you can even start with what you have, and the initial capital will be very minimal. But as you grow, you have to look for trainings and upgrade your work, because the baking business is very dynamic. Any technique we have, let's say January, in March is already dead. You can't even use that in any of your creativity again. So the tip I could focus more is just focus on the trainings. Get another home baker. You must be having a mentor, somebody that you're looking up to. Reach out to them, see their work. They can give you the decoration courses, the baking courses, and that's the beauty of it. You keep growing as you go. I would like to give tips to our brides-to-be, because that's our most specialty when it comes to the wedding cakes, and we deal with them mostly. So when you want to see who is doing your wedding cake, try and get a cake designer who meets your needs, because as much as we do beautiful cakes, maybe that's not the kind of cake that you want. So look for your match, and you'll be able to see from the start, because you're looking for the cakes. You'll be able to, since you're scouting and you're fishing and all that. So look for your match. Don't even we have many brides, I have my aunt who bakes, I have a friend who bakes. If they cannot give you what you want, then just go to a professional, and a perfect match is everything that I will always vouch for. My name is Jojo, and you're watching Business Plus.
MBCI Television, transforming lives.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Kwa majina ni Evelyn Wanjiru, na ukitaka kupata wimbo huu kama sikiza tune yako, bonyeza *811 *470#. Barikiwa sana unapopata wimbo huu.
child, I wonder why the society sees and treats me like a pile of plunder. Mama, do I have a right to be heard? Why do big people shamelessly pry on our innocence?
To Get We Need Our Country Back by Yada Praise as your Skiza tune. SMS Skiza to 596 6720. Then send to 811.
Some take advantage of us, others pride in physically abusing us. Why does it feel a crime to be a child in this generation? Children have rights, but let every right on paper be practical in reality. To all our leaders, we need our country back. Kenya, return back to God. Thank you.
MBCI Television, transforming lives.
All right. So in the previous discussion, you told me that after studying abroad, you came here and started training people.
Yes.
How do you do that?
We always have students. And how it started, just like you see the cake, like, can you train me how to do this? Can you train me how to do this? I think naturally it was easier for me to even pass the information because of the background of being a teacher.
Yeah.
So
it's you are a
easy.
teacher. Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
So you started a school, an academy.
We launched, when I started baking, they could appreciate the job because it was kind of different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're like, can you train? Can you train? So the training started long back, but we officially launched the academy 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yes.
That's beautiful. And so what pushed you to start the academy and not just train people the way you used to?
What trained me to set up the academy is also because of the platform.
Yeah.
Even in the website. Through the academy, we have the trainings that we do at the bakehouse, and we have others that are online. Because many of our clients are outside when they want like the training part of it. So there are some things you come to understand from their needs. I want this, I want this. And some you don't have to be here. So that's why the academy to sort out the people who want online and the ones who
physical.
are physical.
All right. So what exactly do you deal with in this academy?
In the academy, we have so many courses. I will mention. First, we have... Okay.
So we start with the physical.
We start with the physical.
One-on-one.
Yeah. When I started the classes, many people were coming for the deco. I love your deco. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Because most of us at when you taste your cake,
you don't see the taste when it's decorated. And like we always say, you eat with your eyes first. So if it's beautiful, you tend to know and to think and to assume the inside is good. You see, so many used to come for the decoration part of it. I trained very many on the decoration part. And even before, when the clients when the students, bakers who used to come for the trainings, we used to use our cakes. Like I'll bake the cake, I'll train you on the cake itself to decorate.
All right.
When they live here, the cake is beautiful as Little Hands Bakehouse. But when they go back to their private bakehouses and homes, they tend to have problems. Why is my cake not like yours? Why is it not like yours? So it gave us in the head, it's not the cakes that we use, it's their cake that has issues. So you see, you don't have to have a cake that is beautiful outside and inside has an issue. So I've never trained anyone on baking. Never. It's the first time we are launching the academy with the baking.
All right. So after you started the academy, now you started teaching people how to bake. Now that's the second course.
Yeah. So in the baking, we have 2 categories. We have Baking Pro 1 and Baking Pro 2. Baking Pro 1 is for the beginner who has never touched anything baking. I just YouTube, I'm thinking
for the first time.
This is ideal for that client at that time. and we do one-on-one.
All right.
As of now.
Uh-huh.
Then we have Baking Pro 2, 102.
102.
This is for the baker who has been in the industry, but they have issues with their cake inside. Maybe they train from the YouTube. Yeah, there's a recipe they don't know. They want to perfect it. So this Pro 2 is for the bakers who are already in the industry. They want to perfect their cakes inside.
All right.
Yes.
So, and the online courses now?
For the online courses, currently, we have the cake costing. I always have so many people, even now.
Cake costing?
You've made the cake beautiful as it looks, but you don't know how to sell the cake.
Now that is the problem with a lot of bakers right now.
That's it.
Kwanza vile prices zimepanda.
The prices
So how do you do the costing?
So when it comes to the costing of the cake, I've trained more than 30 bakers on the costing.
All right.
Because I've found them in the industry, they are selling cakes. How did you come about selling your cake? They don't even know. I just compare. You cannot compare prices with two bakers. You see, let's say I'm giving an example. A bakery that is situated, I'll just mention, a bakery that is situated, let's say in Milimani, cannot sell cakes the same price as bakeries that, let's say, in town also. Because even rents, the rents are different. So there's no way you'll ask me how much do you charge my cakes. Maybe I don't have anything I'm paying. I will say, let me just give you cakes for free. Maybe my rents are up, which the cake are supposed to fill all that gap. So it's very important to do the cake costing. And the beauty about this, you don't have to come for a physical class. We have it curated for you. You'll just go, sign up and log in for the class, and you'll be able to cost your cake with the ingredients that you use and everything.
So you'll do all that online?
Yeah, it's online.
All right.
Yes.
So do you have any other course that you take
we have
online?
another course. We call it coaching and mentorship.
All right.
I receive a lot from bakers. I have a wedding. How do I do this? How do I do this? I have a bakery I want to set up. Yes.
All right.
So being in the industry, I've gone through these loops for these 4 years.
All right.
And we are only 4 years in the industry, but we've done 63 wedding cakes.
63 wedding cakes.
63 wedding cakes.
That's a lot.
So you can imagine all those brides.
So you've done cakes for 63 brides. All right.
Yes.
And how many students have you trained so far?
For all of the trainings that we've done, we can talk past 60.
Past 60?
Yes, and they come from all over. We've done Meru, we've done Kimilili, we've done Kakamega.
So people are coming from so far just to learn.
Yes.
All right. So for someone who wants to start such an academy, do I have to be a baker, or I can just start an academy, then employ people who know how to bake?
I will think for me to train what I don't know will be a challenge.
Yeah.
Let's say those people you've employed to come and train. What if they're not there? That's the challenge that we always have.
Yeah.
And I've learned it from the business. I'm a business person. I've done businesses that I know nothing about, but the frustration, because you're hiring somebody who's a profession, it's enormous. So it will be very easy for someone who is a baker to do the baking and the academy and the training.
All right.
It's very, because you are
I'm teaching what I know.
Yes, and what you do every time. So it becomes very easy also.
Also, for you to bake, you have to have the interest. So you'll also be enjoying what you're teaching, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what are the certifications, the official documents that I need for one to start a business, such a business?
A business for the bakehouse or for the academy?
For the academy.
Okay, for the academy, I would say not necessarily any official documentation to have. But when you want to go the direction that you're having so many staff, so many students at the same time, we always have TVET. Because this is hands-on and crafts and all that. So we have TVET bodies. But for us, we're not going that direction because we're not working with masses as of now. So when we pass that one, we just have to go to the TVET offices to get the certification for you to be able to train.
And are you looking forward to that?
Yes. Long term, let's say 3 years from now, because we have a reason why. For now, we are working on one-on-one. We want to nurture these people. By the time they get their wings, they can as well continue training.
That will be way easier. And to the big question, the capital. How much do I need for me to start an academy?
Okay, I will say to start an academy, you don't need so much. depending with how you want the academy to be. If you're having so many students, you'll have to have so many equipment at the same time, for so many seats and all that. So depending with how you want to start your academy, if you want to start small, you can as well start with zero capital because you're already in the business. Yes.
Also, you can just bring people and train them as I'm doing my stuff.
Yes.
All right. And now with this very competitive world, we have a lot of people who are training. What am I supposed to do to make sure that now my academy is standing out? Mtu akitaka kwenda shule, hataenda kwingine, I'll choose this particular academy.
For this, they know. They're training with the best. And the best because I was also trained by the best. And it shows from the results. So even having that you've been trained by Jojo Lydia is also an edge because they know the finesse of the work that is coming in. And for us, we don't only focus on the outside, our inside is equally good. So by the time the client lives here, the student, you know how to bake, you know how to decorate beautiful cakes, you know how to sell your cakes, you know how to market. I also train in cake photography. So it's a package.
You also do cake photography.
Yes.
All right. So it's everything in one.
Yes.
All right. And what exactly do you equip your students with to make them unique, apart from the fact that to call Little Hands? Yes.
We also give certification for the full course altogether. And for me, I would say the uniqueness that I bring out of a student is what will make them unique. Because at times you're just seated there and you don't know what is in you. So I can say I'm good in bringing that thing out.
Right.
Yes.
Now you've said you are good in bringing that thing out. But there are always challenges here and there. So what challenges do you face with the academy?
Mostly, what I've come to notice, maybe you train a baker who is not full-time baker. They have other jobs. So by the time they leave the training, they don't have time to practice because they have other jobs. They have 8 to 5 job. So it becomes a problem. You find maybe they've forgotten some techniques. They've forgotten how to do this. So it becomes a problem to propel that student because of the time of not practicing at the needed window period. Yes.
All right. And how do you cope with that?
So for us, we have a mentorship for that. I do 6-month mentorship.
All right.
They know. I kick them quickly. Let's go. I push them at their pace. I'm not so quick in them because I understand their schedule and all that. But I'm always with them to work with them for 6 months.
All right.
And they know.
That's beautiful. So this is a very, very good place to have your cakes done and for you to train and make sure that you know how to do your cakes. That has been Little Hands Bakehouse and Little Hands Bakehouse Academy. It's very beautiful to have beautiful cakes. So if you want to taste beautiful cakes, this is the place to be. And we said business has to bring you some cash because we say business is more than meets the eye. That's it for today. My name is Rachel Kahugu.